Welcome to Mr. Garner's art class. Welcome to Mr. Garner's art class. Welcome to Mr. Garner's art class. Shooby-dooby-dee. Doobie-doo-wah.
Welcome back to another Mr. Garner's art class. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a wonderful, spectacular, great show for you lined up. First of all, we want to get to our shout outs. We want to give a shout out to our PTAs. We give a shout out to our principal, Dr. Hedlund, our vice principal, Miss Rotman. We want to also give a shout out to our staff, our custodial staff, Miss Brooks, everyone at the building. We want to give a shout out to our parents. We also want to give a shout out to our all right, my little homie. Where is he? Oh, here he comes, and he's floating by with the bunny. And the illustrations were amazing. Jackson, all the way from Howard County. He's in kindergarten, ladies and gentlemen. And here he goes right here with his story. He had a story, and he had great illustrations. Give it up for Jackson. And we also want to give a huge shout out to Celine, and he did a great picture and a great story, and he's awesome. Let's see who this is.
Oui, Monsieur Garner, stop la vidéo.
Okay.
Bonjour, Monsieur Garner, comment ça va?
Ça va bien?
Ah, ok, c'est Madame Gazier. Alors, j'ai un challenge pour toi aujourd'hui.
Jacou?
Bien. Alors, le mois dernier, il y a eu la Francophonie et on n'a pas pu faire de célébration. Alors, est-ce que tu peux faire un monument avec les élèves, s'il te plaît?
Oui, oui.
Oh, Monsieur Garner, merci beaucoup. Merci. Au revoir, Monsieur Garner.
Merci, Madame Garnier. Madame Garnier, this year we did not have our La Francophonie, and so this year I've been challenged to create a beautiful Eiffel Tower. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to make this so simple, and it's going to be one of the greatest Eiffel Towers that was ever created. We just have to remember that symmetry is going to play a key role. Whatever happens on the left has to happen on the right. Okay? Alright, let's get ready to go.
Pay attention now, because we're just drawing.
Remember that it's
letter
just an A.
Just have that
When you're
stay in
thinking
your mind.
about it,
just drawing a
when you're
letter
looking
A.
at it, you're just drawing an A, a letter A. You're going to have to practice many a times. Many times you're going to have to practice. Many a times you're going to make a mistake. You're going to do one that does not look good. Mr. Garner's probably did 17 different A's or Eiffel Towers, okay? So you may not get it on the first try. The skinnier you make your A, Eiffel Tower, the further away that it will look. The smaller you make it, the further away that it will look. The wider you make your Eiffel Tower, the closer up it will be, okay?
Go ahead and use that blue line as your guide. Symmetry. Whatever you do on the left, you have to do exactly or somewhat really close to on the right. So don't forget those arches, right? You're going to make 3 lines, 3 sad faces. 2 are going to be really close to each other. They're going to be really skinny. And the last one, as you see, is going to be a nice little arch. These X's that I'm drawing in right now, I'm gonna zoom in, and we're gonna look at that.
The only thing that I'm doing right now is drawing X's inside of the little boxes that I've just drawn. The more X's that you draw, and as you see I'm drawing these lines, the more lines that you draw, it appears or gives the illusion that you are creating this grand scale, awesome design, but yet you're just putting in little small details. So just keep that in mind. The more X's you put in, the more lines you put in, the better your drawing is going to be. This next technique I learned in college, it's a very cool technique. It's watercolors. I mean, if you don't have watercolors, you can use markers. If you don't have markers, you can
I suggest you just use crayons and don't use water at all. But if you have watercolor, you're going to choose either warm colors or cool colors. I chose cool colors, green and blue and purple. And you just have fun. This whole exercise is having fun.
Don't you cry now. Just cry now. What did we say? We say thank you, Mr. Garner. Thank you, Mr. Garner. Thank you, Mr. Garner. You are very awesome.